till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
All right, fellas, what's going on? Smitty, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Corey, Anthony. Corey's first, Anthony. That's funny. I know, right? Stopping in, picking up my daughter from gymnastics class very soon. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember I was in gymnastics where it was like a middle school program, and you just learn how to do, basic tumbles and stuff like that off a springboard. And I tried to get onto the gymnastics team at the academy, but I was nowhere near, not even close to even, if anything, I would have been the water boy for the gymnastics team. So I didn't play that sport in college, to say the least. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Anthony got to be quick on the keyboard. Yeah, right. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, in fact. But yeah, I got this new printer. I actually got it a little while ago. I usually get stuff that I get for home that I also buy for work for two reasons. I don't want to have to learn something new at home, for especially like a printer. I want to be able to, have the knowledge for the stuff I use at home. If I need to trouble something at home, right, I can troubleshoot at work. Because if I'm gonna have that same issue, at least I know how to fix it at work. And so yeah, I've got one of these at the office as well. So let's get right into it, shall we? Let me just double check my foot pedal, because yes, I actually got a second foot pedal, which is it on? Nope. There. Oh, you know what? That's for the overhead camera, so it is not on. Which we're probably not going to use right now anyway. So we'll be playing Fortnite later on. I know it says, categories gaming and Fortnite, but yeah. What's up, Alex? Good to see you, man. Where's the home air tunnel? Laugh out loud. Just kidding. That would be cool. Yeah, no kidding, right? That would be cool. And it would no longer be home, if you will, because I would need to monetize that by virtue of the electrical bill, if you can imagine. 4 350 horsepower fans that power the wind, that create the air for people to float and fly on, So yeah, it's funny. I actually started the unboxing or the opening of this thing up. Laser printers, inkjet are greater than inkjet. I agree with you 100%, George. However, this was more economical, and it's not like I'm printing a bunch of stuff at home. I primarily got it for the scanner aspect of it. If I'm printing something, then I'm doing something wrong. But I primarily got it before the scanner idea, the ability to scan documents at home. And of course, not having a separate printer. I've had this kind of an all-in-one for years. In fact, you can see here, I had a black one, and then a brown one, and then this white one. And at work, and the one I have at work, I actually have had for over 10 years, and then it died, and then I got the same one for work, and yeah, so but yeah, pew pew lasers. Yeah, I have inkjet at home. It works decently, has eco tanks, so no needing to buy ink cartridges. Oh, nice, right on. Yeah, and I think you can actually refill some of these ink cartridges these days now anyway, but I did clear off a space over here. I'll turn on the droid cam. I'll show you where I intend to put it, at least, right? I'm assuming that it's going to fit, and I don't really have a lot of space in this office, as you know, and so it's like, where are you going to put it? That's what my wife said. Where are you going to put that thing? I don't know. I'll figure it out, like I usually do. I'll just figure it out, because that is what it's all about. So let's see here. I want to close out or minimize. Yeah, we'll just close out this window. Yes, save that. I had Photoshop open in the background over here. And we'll get right to it. But if you are interested in this printer, it is on sale at Amazon right now. The link is in the description below. By like 30% off. So check it out. It's this printer here, HP OfficeJet 9125E. If you are, I mean, do me a favor, click on that link that's in the description below. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I think my commission is like 2.5 or 1% of a sale, which, you know, every little bit counts, right? If you're interested in this. But I got this one because I like the size of it. Same printer I have at the office. And it's an HP. I've had great success with HP printers in the past, and I'm very happy with the products that they have. So we're switching over to, let's see here. Nope, that's not the camera I want. The Droid Cam, which allows me to use my cell phone as a camera. So there we go. Whoa! Allows me to use the cell phone as a camera, and we are actually going to be putting the printer. I cleared out this space which had a bunch of drone and old laptops on it. It's going to be going right here. Is this light on? No, that's not. That light is not on. So is that light on? Nope, that light's not on. But maybe I can turn this light on over here, which over here, America. So it'll be going over. That light's crappy too. Let's see. Over there. That's where it's gonna live. Yeah. That's a cool thing about having cell phone for camera. You know, I also have it on a magnetic mount right there, so I could just boom. There it is. Boom. There. Not the phone dropping. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Right. At least I caught it, right? At least I caught it. So let's go back to the A cam here. So check it out. You can see where this camera is at. It's gonna follow me over to the cell phone, which is mounted right over here. Yeah. Let's open this sucker up, shall we? Alright, so let's go to position 1 so we can look at the printer right here. In fact, what I can also do is OBS bot. Nope. OBS bot center. That way I can control. I wonder if there's a remote control for the camera so I could actually do, you know, hand control it as opposed to using. So this camera, here I'll show you real quick. This camera that I'm utilizing. What's behind there? Okay, cool. Here has this cancel. Has this remote control, but I wonder if this camera, it's the OBS bot Tiny 2, if it has an actual physical remote control that I could use to control what it's doing. So if I wanted to, you know, turn the camera angle down a little bit more so you can see this, then I could, you know. But we are on the A cam right now. That's my monitor light. Let's open up this box. I might actually turn the overhead on as well to see what we've got going on inside there. But I need my glasses. I can't see. Who am I kidding, right? Who am I kidding? In fact, let's do this too. So you can do that. We'll do this. Moving stuff around and over. And then we are on the A cam, and then we can set up a little add audio video capture device, add existing, and where's my droid bot? Maybe it's a window capture. I forgot the droid cam. Oh, droid cam OBS. Add existing droid cam. Okay, and then I know everything's backwards when it's utilizing that camera. Undo. Click on droid cam. There we go. At least I'm up in the corner now. Kind of see what I've got going on. All right. KK Travel, good to see you. Good to see you. It's going very well. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. Appreciate you. All right, so All right, instruction manual, quick start guide. Oh, it's actually telling me that you've got to turn the box on its side to open. Good directions. Good directions here. Yeah, it says turn the box on its side in order to open it first. So that's what we'll be doing here. And then here's a quick start guide. So that's right on top. So right on top is that, and then let's just make this a little bit smaller because I feel like it's in the way. Just do that like that. All right, looks like this is ink cartridge right here. So, like I said, the first thing that was on top are the instructions. We've got some ink cartridges here. Looks like 2. Alright, some cardboard. We'll just put that off to the side. That's all that's on top that actually will come out. So now it's the time to go ahead and turn it on its side to pull out, which is what this looks like it's saying to do. Okay, yeah, here's the handle. Yeah, here's the blue handles right there. So you pull it out like that. Why can't I pull it out? Just, you know? I guess for people that don't have biceps, right? Yeah, that's what it wants me to do. Turn this on its side like so. And I guess I should be pulling it out onto the floor or something, as opposed to how I'm pulling it out right now. Over nothing. You know what? I pulled it out upside down, apparently. Because the arrow is pointing down on it. You see this? The arrow's pointing down. I thought that arrow was pointing up, saying, hey, this side up, but you're supposed to put the arrow down, apparently. Corey, gotta run. Cheers, Jason, everyone, chat. Maybe see you on Fortnite later tonight. Yes, of course, Corey. For sure, for sure. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Have a great day. All right. So, I guess we'll just set this sucker up on the shelf, which, because it was vertically, right? Because it was, set up vertically, I measured it that way when I cleared the space for it. So, let's just take it out of the bag. Pretty light. We'll put it up on the shelf. So yeah, that's where it's gonna live. It's nice thing about having this Droid camera here like this, that camera. What I don't like is that it's reflecting everything reversed, and I can't, you know what I could do? I could set it up actually so it's reversed in OBS, so it doesn't look reversed to you guys. So let's try something here. Close. Yeah, that was the easy fix. So on my camera it looks whack, but for you guys it looks normal. That's freaking cool. I just realized that I could do that. Duh, right? Alright, so the box, the foam, the cardboard's over here, and primarily, like I said, I got it so I could scan documents. Lisa's got style. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. And I got the new printer set up over there, and I think that's exactly where it's going to live. I won't be able to shut the top of it anymore, but I've got power here. Yeah, it's not going to work in. But, alright, let's take a look and see what we've got going on with the instructions, shall we? So, alright. Turn the light on. Alright, so let's see what the instruction manual says here. And let's do a little, so you can see my face still. I'm up there in the corner, and position 1, there we go. Quick start guide. Number 1, power on and select language. Plug in and turn on the printer. On display is select your language and country of origin. Number 2, go online to set it up. hp.com. Start on a computer. Can you guys read French? I don't even think I can read French. Steven, what's going on, man? Let's see. Mise sous tension et sélection de la langue. Branchez et allumez l'imprante de votre langue. Yeah, I don't even know what French sounds like. However, español, encienda la impresora y seleccione un idioma. Enchufe la impresora para encenderla. En la pantalla, seleccione su idioma, así como el país o región. Okay, cool. We'll just stick with English. Alright, so we resigned our printed instructions to help reduce waste. Alright, cool. So that's that. Enroll today to enjoy 3 months of ink on us. Alright, well, cool. We'll do that too then. What else was here in the instructions? Like I said, it said turn it so it's on its side. The box wasn't exactly clear on, on that. Here's the other reference guide, and then here is other stuff. So basically, plug it in and follow the online instructions on the thing. Help tips, Wi-Fi connectivity is what we've got going on over here. All right, so Steven, Lisa, Corey, I know he's got doing gymnastics with his daughter over there, picking her up from the thing. What else do you guys have planned going on for today? Alex, KK Travel, George, Anthony, what's the plan? Their ink program requires you get all your ink through them. Oh, really? So I can't even buy this. I mean, I will typically buy HP ink anyway, just because I've always done it that way. I've never really bought, and I don't use a lot of ink in the first place anyhow. I brought this primarily for the future to be able to scan and fax. I don't even have a landline. But yeah, I cannot remember the last time I sent a fax. It was years ago, and I had to go to an office that had an actual fax machine. For those of you that don't know, fax stands for facsimile. Which is a relatively, I guess, secure way to send documents out, right? All right, let's go ahead and plug it in. So we'll go back to the Droid cam. Let's see here. I guess I could just start removing all this tape. What do I do with the plug? There it is. Do you use the HP program, Steven? I mean, because I usually buy my printer ink from Amazon anyhow, Alright, so the plug is most likely on the back of the unit. Right here. Right here is the plug, and then looks like I've got my fax side, and then is that Ethernet port, and then I could do Wi-Fi. I gotta peel that sticker off, and there's something with a yellow tab on it for USB. So we'll just do this, and then I've got a power supply here. I guess I'm like we'll see if I want to use that lamp. Future. The prongs, typically one blade is going to be larger than the other, but it's not the case in this case. Let's go ahead and move the need to change this camera angle just a little bit so that you guys can see a little better when I'm over there, yeah? Alright, so that's plugged in, and then power on. Here's the on button. Yes, I am standing on my toes. Quitting the program is royal pain. They took over my dad's printer and he was no longer able to print even with genuine HP ink. Oh, interesting. So the lesson learned is don't even bother with getting ink from their program. Roger that. Thank you for that tip there, Steven. And it's funny. What does that mean? 3 months of ink? You know, what so why sign up? 700 pages per month, 10 pages per month, $1.49. But there's ink in it, so how are they? Smart ink delivery only when you need it. Yeah, not gonna bother with that. Okay, go to setup website for a quick start guide, scan the QR code or enter the URL to continue printer setup. This website provides instructions to install ink, load paper, and install HP software. See, look. So now it's doing its thing. So that's set up there, yeah. Alright. I've never signed up for these programs before, you know, and I don't intend to. Cause I guarantee you I'm not gonna be printing that much on this in the first place. I primarily got it for the ability to scan. If I print something up, I'm doing something wrong these days, right? Alright, so recycling bin. Go there. Have no need for it. All this other stuff, yeah, no, I'll just throw it in the box. Cause, I mean, I keep the box for at least a few days. You know, make sure it's working. Cause if it's not working, guess what? I need to send it back, right? When you run this setup on your computer, they will try to get you to sign up for the program as well. Ah, check. Thank you, Steven. Good call. So the lesson there, folks, is be mindful and don't sign up for stuff you don't want to sign up for right off the bat. All right, so go online. So I got to go online to do the setup dealio thing here, right? Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, so quick start guide, hp.com/start. So wait a minute. So do I really need to go online to set it up, or why can't I just set it up on the printer itself? I guess it wants me to go to the website also. This is how they're gonna try to be tricky, I guess, right? 403 X2 alpha enter. So be mindful, right? Rody, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Hide for now. And then all-in-one printer, series printer. Need help with printer start the setup. Okay. Make sure you're plugged in. Okay. Open the tray. Slide out the guides. Make sure you remove all blue tape. Load paper. Adjust the guides and close the paper tray. Select next to install ink. All right. So it wants me to tape. We're just going to put that off to the side for now. We get some printer paper, which I happen to have as well here. checking paper. Just chill in, listen to music. Oh, right on. That's good to hear when you can relax, you know. You got to be able to relax every once in a while. Let's go ahead and turn off that droid cam that's over there on the side for now. They have an e-print program that will allow you to print from your phone or other locations when you're away from home. That is one thing they try to make you go online to set up. Yeah, I have no need for something like that either. You know, I'm old. You know, I ain't sophisticated like you are, Steven. But I am familiar with that e-print, which I've done once. You know, I've set it up once before on an older printer, but I never really used it again. Why? No need for it. All right, let's set this up. All right, open the front door, then lift the ink access door by the indicated handle. Remove the cartridges from the packaging. Note your cartridges included setup. Insert the cartridges. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Top right here. Doing a thing. So these are just the simple instructions that are on. Open the front door, insert the cartridges. Oh, it looks like it. Use cartridges included with this printer for initial setup. Okay, so there's cartridges in there already. I don't use it either. I turn all that stuff off. Yeah, no, smart man, right? This is the way. All right, so there's printer ink in there. Paper successfully loaded. Okay. Open the front door. There are no printer cartridges inside, so we're going to install these printer cartridges initially. So there is no real packaging. It's just these things here. They've been left out in the open, so to speak. All right, so black goes in first. Spring-loaded. You see the sliding pretty easy. Popping out. You see that? It just popped out. And the last one. Okay. Checking on a printer, please wait. Let's see here. The scan to computer is the best feature on the HP printer. You designate a folder on your computer and then hit the scan button on the printer and the documents go right there. Nice. I usually just have a documents folder where that usually goes to, but having like a specific scan documents folder sounds exactly with something that I would use. You know, dedicated folder for that. You know, so yeah, good thinking. Good thinking. All right, let's see here. Now let's see here. Original cartridges. Okay, installed. Okay, so that's set up there. It's making some noise over there. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is. All right. Pull out the output tray, select a line on the printer front panel to print an alignment page. Once the page is printed, open the scan lid. Alright, so I gotta print an alignment page. Yeah, I didn't really like the way they sat inside there. You just pushed it in, and it seemed... making a heck of a lot of noise. Alright. Pull out the output tray. Select align on the printer front panel to print an alignment page. This may take a few minutes. Alright, let's I wonder if it'd be worth it to bring you guys a little closer to see what I've got going on here. Boom. Okay. Align. You know what I ought to do? I'm gonna get the tripod, which is downstairs. So that's printing. I'll be right back. Let me go get the mini tripod. And a cup of coffee, of course, right? Let's see. So, up, printed head alignment. Place the alignment page on the scanner glass, then touch scan. Okay. I got more tape over here. Nice foam. Not that I need to be able to hold it open. Where is the top? Where do you put the corner? I guess it's that way. This is the top here. Should color that in. Scan. Yeah, I know. I have to stand on my tippy toes to to look at it. Oh, you didn't miss anything. I was over there with the A cam. These instructions look pretty good, though. I mean, if you take a look here. Reset Wi-Fi during the initial setup. Blue Wi-Fi light is not blinking. The printer might not be in Wi-Fi setup mode. Check the control panel and select resume setup. During printer use, use Wi-Fi disconnects. So you got fax ports here, you got USB ports here as well. Can you guys see that? Here, that's a little bit better. Ethernet port over here, power cord down there. Alright. Other potential issues, okay. Yeah, I like this ability to go from here to, zoomed in. That I set up with my foot pedal. Install cartridges. There's the thing there. Align the print head. So the top corner is up top there. I had to color that in with a marker because it's all like not okay, and the rest is French. All right, so the next thing after I do all this is print head alignment. Print head has been fully aligned successfully. Return to setup website. Return to the printer's website for instructions to install HP software. Let's see. So next, top right. We're over here now. Next, install HP Smart to finish setup. Scan, print, and more. Select install HP Smart. This will open the app store on this device. Allow permission if you already have HP Smart on this device. Open and return to the app. Install and open HP Smart. On the home screen, choose the option to set up or add a new printer. Okay, let's see. Do I want to use HP Smart? Can't that just print? I guess if I were to use USB-A cable, use USB instead. Yeah, I guess I should, just so I could I don't have to run any cables to it, you know. That would be prudent. I'm pretty sure I do not have HP Smart here. Hey Nicole, good to see you. Blue people and non-blue people. I don't seem to have any gray people here that I'm aware of anyway. Unless they've just been timed out or whatever. Great to see you, Nicole. Thanks for stopping on in. Yes, I'm setting up this new printer that I got. So, let's see here. We need to install HP Smart. Alright, wants to open this application. Sure, open Microsoft Store. So now that's doing the thing here. Where'd it go? Oh, it's all the way over here. See, there it is right here. Popped up another window, so HP Smart. Sure, getting ready queued. It's almost lunch. I had a late breakfast. I had roast beef, a handful of nuts, and an apple for breakfast. Installing. So we're installing HP Smart so that I'll be able to, my understanding is, print from devices directly to that, as well as this printer in itself. Get that printer right. Yeah, no kidding. Exactly. Got to. If it's not done right in the first place, then what are we doing, right? But I need it so I could scan documents. And then after this, I'll work on taxes, and then, which we will not do live, and then I will do an unboxing, another unboxing of this. So you see how I change scenes, right? I can go, see my hands, right? I can change scenes from here. This is the Fortnite scene, right? This here, VCam, right, is this scene here for that for the overhead. Wait a minute. For the back scene back there, and then I also have an overhead cam, droid cam, which is the overhead cam, which is right here, which I can look. I can zoom in and zoom out using my foot pedal, right? And so I got a second foot pedal, as you can see here, so that I can basically have left foot and right foot operating this. And so I'll unbox this and set it up. I'll show you guys how to set it up here in a little bit. I've discovered that I have a need. I only get stuff that I have a need for. It's like, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to change scenes without using my hands, because I might be doing something and I want to zoom in. For example, if I'm looking at, if I'm doing this here and I'll show you a little closer, right? I'm like, all right, cool. You want to see this a little closer? Boom. You know, and if that's not close enough, then I can actually make that even closer. I could zoom this in more. You know, yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. And again, I do this because I want to have a better live stream for you, for everyone that's watching, for my 2 viewers, which is great. You know, I'm happy that I've actually got people here, you know, enjoying the live stream, the setting up of this. So we are now back to, how do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes, HP Smart. So this is what it's asking for. When using this app, HP collects some required functionality data, desktop device, this app uses data, select manage options to more by selecting it. Yeah, no thank you. Decline optional data. Your live streams are awesome, honestly. Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And it's all about, you know, attempting to produce a show, a live stream that's best for you. And they're meant to be informative, somewhat entertaining, because, you know, I'm a boring dude. Oh, man. I had an awesome final game last night. I think, I played solo. Wait, hold on a second. Let HP Smart access your precise location. HP Smart needs permission to use signals like GPS or Wi-Fi, which can be used to determine your precise location. You can change this in any time in the settings. No. Select the printer you want to set up. If you don't see your printer, let's see if your printer doesn't display. Okay, we could get rid of that. This is the one. Oh, that's not the one. Okay. When available printers display, select the printer you want to set up. Okay. So it's thinking right now. It's thinking and doing the thing. But yeah, no. Okay. This is not here. My printer isn't listed. Open network settings. Alright. Connect this printer to a Wi-Fi network. Oh, so my computer. Alright, I gotta put the printer on the Wi-Fi network. Okay. So let's do that. So let's go to the Droid Cam. We're just gonna walk over here to look at the printer. Return to setup website. Okay, cool. This thing here. So basically, on this menu dealio here, which menu settings network, Wi-Fi setup wizard, exit, set date and time. I'm gonna get tripod out so you can see it a little bit better. What I'm doing. Wi-Fi, or you can hardwire it. The Stigs, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, Stigs. Yeah, I do have a print. These printers don't come with printer cables anymore. You know, what's up with that? Sing Venus Unicorn. Good morning, Miyagi Jason. That's funny. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Sing Venus Unicorn. So we're just going. We're setting up the. There we go. like so. Tighten it down. So this is my little tripod for the phone camera. So we're gonna go from basically 8cam here to Droid cam over here. A little studio setup, and then we set this up here like so also. Yeah, I've had HP printers for years. My wife was tired of HP, so she bought a printer, a Canon, I think, for herself. Alright, just so you can see a little bit clearer with what I got going on here. Alright, so setting up time and date. You can't see that. I'm curious to see it anyway. We are East Coast. Where is East Coast? What the time zone? Oh, I pressed Africa for some reason. Americas. There you go. We're -5 GMT. Today is May 5th, right? Day, month, year is the format. Day of the 5th, apply. I don't like that format, but continue. Okay. It wants to do some firmware updates. Alright. Select next. I want to sure save. Thank you for choosing HP. Alright, menu. Let's go into settings, network. So now it's got to do the thing for the network, Wi-Fi. I could run Ethernet cable directly to it if I need to. Wi-Fi setup wizard, start. Searching for Wi-Fi routers. So, funny thing is, I have the ability to, on my router, I have something called Internet of Things, IoT, right? And I wonder if that is the more ideal way to set things up like devices as opposed to true Wi-Fi. Like, why would I have Internet of Things as another channel? You know? Because I'm not sure. I know, right? Look at all the... Oops. So, you can use the Ethernet port to hardwire it to the network. Yes, I could. Because I do have I have two Wi-Fi, I have two Ethernet ports in the wall. One is directly to the computer, and then I could put a switch on one so it can feed my secondary desktop computer here, my Apple TV, and the printer. And I have one spot available, have one available for testing purposes. Because that's kind of why I got the switch. We'll do that later on. If you use Internet IoT, then you probably can't scan to your computer because they would be on two different networks. Ah. Good point. Good point. Alright, we're going to go normal. Thank you, Stephen. Droid cam. Back up top. Very good point, Stephen. Alright, so normal. And then next... I don't know the password. Is it... What is the password? Let's see. I gotta be able to look at it. Dang, this keyboard is teeny tiny. I mean, look at this keyboard. It expects me to type on this tiny thing with my giant finger. I know I know I'm a little dude, and I got a small hand, but all right. In the interest of national security. Oops. You know, I don't know what it is. Let's just check it. I got a thing over here. I thought I would know what it is, but clearly I'm just not sure. And I don't want to have to type it in like a whole bunch of times. But really, why though? Nicole, what are you asking? How? What are you asking? But really, why though? Are you joking me? Are you asking about the national security joke? Alright, what is my internet, my Wi-Fi password? Oh, yeah, I know, right? Those are teeny tiny. No way. There's tiny buttons. I guess just so that we have a keyboard. It's like, I need a stylus, right? To be able to press the buttons on that thing. Ridiculous sometimes, but it is what it is. Because the screen is tiny. It's like Zoolander with his tiny phone. Alright. Let's see here. I knew it. I was right. I was right. Right. Alright, so I wonder if that actually wants me to plug in the, what do you call it, hyphens. We are going to. Where's the freaking hyphen at? At least they give me the ability to see it. Before, you couldn't see the password. You kind of had to type it into the blind and hope, that you connected proper. Connection successful. Okay, and so we're good there. Home, scan to network folder. Scan the QR code or enter the URL on your mobile or computer's web browser to get the instructions. Scan help. Okay, cool. So now we bring it back over here. Figure it out. Nicole Barbie, thank you very much. Will this $2 buy you bigger buttons? I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. I don't know that it will, but if anything, it'll go towards the. In fact, thank you very much for doing that. I really do appreciate your generosity. First and foremost, my son got accepted to this to an overseas study abroad program, so I'm gonna add that to that fund, if you will, because it's an additional expense compared to his normal college tuition. That I save. I don't eat out. I don't drink Starbucks. I don't. Like I was on my way home the other day, and I thought to myself, I'm hungry. I could have stopped at the McDonald's or the Philly cheesesteak place or Wendy's or something like that, but I was like, you know what? I can't. I could eat money. I could eat money at home. I can eat. I've got food at home, and I thought about it. I said to myself, if I'm gonna take that $20, because that's what it costs these days to eat out, a minimum of $20, right? Maybe if I went to a Chinese food place, it would have cost me $15. But I basically took that $20 that I thought about spending eating out, and I put that into the you know, the jar, so to speak, the virtual jar for my son's program that he got accepted to. So that's what that'll be going to, Nicole. So it'll be put to good use, not buttons, you know, which is what the intent is, I'm sure, right? But thank you very much. But it'll be going towards that to help send him to this overseas program in Dublin, Ireland. All right, let's see here. So what did I need to do? Me too. I don't eat out, and I've had Starbucks less than 5 times in my life, and I'm 32. Nice. I'm so good at saving money and putting money where it's supposed to go. Outstanding. Yeah, no, savings to buy stuff that you want, that you need, you know, I mean, for me, again, the intent is to create a good live stream so that you can be entertained, so that I can free my hands, Stigs, because that's what the foot controllers will be used for. So right now, I use the foot controller to go from my Fortnite gaming scene here, right, to my B cam, which is actually not set up right now because I disconnected it. But I have it set up so that when I again hear my hands, right, I can go here, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. And so I got a second foot controller, right? So check it out. My hands are here, right? Here are my hands, right? I can go from here to, boom, A cam, right? We'll unbox this later on once I get done setting up this printer and scan some documents, because I'll be working on my taxes for today. Then I'll be going live again, setting that up, and then we'll go again live with some Fortnite this later on this evening. So yeah, the goal is to have at least 3 live streams today. And here's the thing, Nicole. I didn't realize or didn't know that I wanted or needed that until I actually have a need for it. So I've got one foot pedal right now that does that. The second foot pedal will be used to go, I'll set that up so that I can do A cam, B cam back there, Fortnite cam. So one foot controller is effectively like my Fortnite stuff. And then the second foot pedal will be for the overhead camera. You know, I might set it up so that I can do the Droid camera set up over here, and or GoPro, which I can also use as another camera as well. You know, but I like to be able to do things with, you know, I'm Filipino. I pick things up with my feet. Yeah, thank you for asking, Stigs. No, great question. Because what would you use it for? At first, I thought it was gimmicky, but then I found that and discovered that when I'm doing stuff and I'm like, oh man, like for example, if I'm doing stuff over here, right? I'm doing stuff over here. I want you to see what I'm actually doing. I just go boom, even closer, so you can see. And I can make this even closer just by dragging that window, you know, like so. And it's still pretty clear. I'm doing this in OBS, right? So zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. I just need to align where the center is so it actually goes to center. So for example, center, this is full screen here. So in fact, here, let's do that right now. This is, I would say that looks like the center right there, right? When I zoom in, this should be the center here. Looks like crumbs are on my desk. There you go. Zoom out, zoom in. So now, when I'm doing stuff, this is what you'll be focused on right there. Right? That's the idea. Nicole, me too. Don't eat out. Let's see. So, do you mean my $2 is going to Ireland with your son? Oh my God, yes. Fly $2. Fly. Yeah, you know. In fact, unfortunately, he doesn't live stream, you know. So, but I thank you, you know. And while he's doing his thing out there, I don't know if I'm going to go visit him yet while he's there. I mean, he's going to be out there, you know, enjoying the culture, probably playing some rugby, getting the souvenirs and touring and stuff like that. You know, my wife's been there before. So I don't really have a desire to visit or check it out at all, to be honest with you. Why? I do not have a bug to travel. Do not have a desire to travel. All right, open network settings, and then what do I need to do? Let's see here. Continue. After connecting to Wi-Fi, let's see here. My father would absolutely use the foot pedal left out. Like, he is so into stuff like that. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, to be able to free your hands up to be able to do, and have a third hand, so to speak, it's like you need something to hold the flashlight, like on your head kind of thing. Can you just have him let my $2 see a castle? That would be kind of funny, I'll have him take a picture with $2 next to a cat. You know what? If it's in, I'm sure he'll get a chance to see some castles out there. You don't want to see a castle in Ireland? I don't have a particular, desire to. I mean, if I wanted to see a castle in Ireland, I'll just do this. There you go. Castle in Ireland. Boom. 20 beautiful castles in Ireland to inspire your next trip. There you go. We're on tour now. Visit. That's pretty cool. There you go. Dunguire. Dublin Castle. Blarney Castle. Bunratty. Kilkenny. Dunluh. Drummelund. Malahide. Ross Castle. King John's Castle. The Rock of Cashel. Burcastle is Maine. Nope, no Stigs. They don't. Amazing, but I want to see it with my eyes. Indeed. No, I agree. There's something to, getting out there to actually and experience, this. I mean, to be able to go out there and touch the rock, and feel history. It's pretty cool. It is pretty. But I don't have a bug. I used to. No longer anymore. They are cool. The ancient structures are pretty cool, I think, as well. All right, where was I? I need to figure out how to scan to computer. I need to set up the folder now, yeah? So how do I do this? What's next on the list of things to do? Your onboarding center. Okay. Where's HP Smart? This computer is not currently connected to a network. To continue setting up the printer on Wi-Fi. Alright, so I need to be on the same Wi-Fi. The problem is that I'm on it, but we're on the same network, but I'm connected via Ethernet. But if you say what I said, that's what the guy said that went to the Titanic with the Game Boy controller. Wait, what did I miss? I want to see it with my eyes. But if you say what I said, amazing, but I want to see it with my eyes. That's what the guy said that went to the Titanic with the Game Boy controller. So maybe not in everything, but I want to see ancient structures. So what's the next structure you're going to see then, Nicole? Or what is first on your, for lack of a better term, your bucket list? Stigs, you got the streaming bug. I do, Stigs. I enjoy it. I enjoy sharing what I know, what I'm doing. It's fun for me. All right, so I'm gonna connect this with a cable. I do have cable. I have long cable actually as well. So on that note, I actually have one already set up down here. I thought specifically for that. There it is. Because I was gonna run the printer on this side, but I decided to run it over there instead. And put the printer elsewhere. So I'll be able to it's a really thin cable over there. Let's go to Droid Cam. Which I believe is this cable here. Yeah, I've already got a cable set up to go to a printer. It's just a matter of setting it up so I don't trip over the cable, you know. Which will basically have to go overhead because this is on the other side of the wall here. And that's how I'll have this set up. Little plug for it here. We're gonna put our tripod. There you go. There you guys go, right there. This was the plug for it. What does that sound? That's interesting. Look inside. Here. Switch cameras. Back. Back camera. So it doesn't want me to use USB. So there's no USB, but it's there. If you move that out of the way, a sticker, there's my USB port. That's the Ethernet. So this can actually go back into that Ethernet port here like so. That's just a cap that I took out. A dust cover, if you will. Apologies for that glare. Let me fix this. Let's see here. Let me see what you guys are writing while I was messing around over there. You totally know what I'm talking about. It happened a couple years ago. I don't. I have to Google that one there, Nicole. What I enjoy about streaming is the same joy I got from touring, meeting all the different people. No, there's a joy for that as well. 100% agree, Stakes. Nicole, I think so too. Laugh out loud. The streaming bug. Yes. The streaming bug indeed. Alright, let's go ahead and continue with this thing here. So that's plugged up. I've connected to USB. And scan. Scan to network folder. Scan to back. And scan to network folder. Scan to computer. There you go. You scan it. To scan from the printer directly to your Microsoft Windows computer, you must download and install HP scanning software. hp.com/hpscan. Oof. Alright, so let's see. Oh, I forgot you asked me what I want to see. I want to see any safe ancient megalithic structures or preserved things from ancient civilizations. I don't know which one to choose. Emerald tablets of Thoth and something else. Alright, cool. So that's that. I need to do the, what do you call it? I need to So I'm doing a setup over here. This thing is running. So I gotta go to HP scans. hp.com/scans. Enter. And you're good at the streaming thing, definitely good at it. It's really crazy that you don't have more people watching it. Just didn't reach people yet, or they totally watch you. I know it. Yeah, I agree. You know, my name's not out there yet, you know. In time, I believe. You know why? Because I believe in me. Right? Alright, HP Smart Setup is doing its thing right now also. So, cool. Alright, what does it want me to do over here? Home. Alright, menu. Utilities. Settings. General. Date and time. Apply. Home. Ooh, my wife is cooking something. What's going on with this? It wanted me to go to HP scans. Page not found. Alright, so while that does that there, I know, I believe it. I totally believe it. I know it. Thank you very much, Nicole. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, so let's see here. Scans? This thing is still doing its thing over here. Why it's taking so long, I do not know. HP Smart. Close. This, it's just HP Smart. Let's go Smarty Pants. Finish setup. Alright, touch the check mark under this printer display. An app is attempting to set up this printer. Allow. Cool. Decline optional data. Yeah. I don't want additional data to go out that I don't think is necessarily needed. Okay, there. Now we're in. Okay, activate HP Plus for smart printing capabilities. Alright, HP Plus free smart features, print from anywhere, anytime, 24/7 mobile scan and finishing. Do not activate HP Plus. Yeah, I don't need that right now. Decline HP Plus. They have a new or reused HP chip or circuitry, and it uses dynamic security measures to block cartridges using non-HP chip or circuitry. Periodic firmware updates will maintain the effectiveness of these measures and block cartridges that previously worked. A reused HP chip or circuitry enables the use of reused, remanufactured, and refilled cartridges. Alright, cool. Thank you for letting me know. In other words, can't use cartridges from anywhere else. Your HP account gives you skip account deactivation. I don't need that. I just want skip account. All I need is a printer that prints stuff, you know what I mean? No need for anything else, or the superfluous, deals. All right, your new printer includes do not enable ink delivery. Skip offer. There you go, Steven. That's what you were talking about earlier. Did you install ink and paper? Yes. Continue setup. Future firmware updates. Sure. No. Notify when available. Because if it's working fine, I don't need it to be updated. Install software from 123.hp.com. To print from other mobile devices, add the printer on the new device. Send a link to download the app or software. Send link. Alright, if I wanted to print something from to my phone. Send another link, we'll send it to my email. Send. So, alright. Close, done. Now ready to print from this computer. Make sure to choose your new printer in the print dialog. Okay. Alright, cool, let's try it. Print. Printer. It's this one here. And print. Alright, cool. Firmware update available. No. Not now. Alright, so that printed. And then scan. Close. I just want to scan a document. Why do I need to create an account and sign in? Create an account to scan with your printer using HP Smart. Close. Alright. I don't care to do that. Alright, let's see if I just press the scan button here. It'll actually scan this time. Alright, I'll be right back. Let me hit the bathroom real quick. HP scanning software. HP scan, hp.com/HP scan. That's where I need to go, guys. I've been doing it wrong. Oops. Here, so hp.com/HP scan. HP scans. Okay, interesting. Not cool, guys. Not cool. HP scan. Enter. Adobe Acrobat. Create from a scanner. As long as I'm able to scan a document, I'll probably be fine. I mean, that's the reason why I got this thing in the first place, right? Not responding. Wonderful. Alright, cool. There it is. Scan. Close. Close. Alright, cool. Touch question mark bottom right corner control panel. Return here and select next. Alright, cool. Alright. I'm in the home screen. That's probably what I needed to do in the first place. I needed to restart the setup. Download and install driver to print. To start printing from this device, you need to install a printer driver. Download the driver. Alright. Install the driver. Alright, so that's probably exactly what I just needed to do. Restart the process to actually install it. I'm not using HP Smart since I'm connected via USB. Yes. Continue. No, I don't want to make it better. You guys figure that out. Not that I'm selfish, but y'all are the big company making the big bucks, making the big decisions. You guys can do it without me and my inputs. Searching for printers. Found it. If this is not the printer not shown, continue. This is the printer. Alright. Find your printer pin. Okay, printer pin. Cool. We're making progress here. Man, I can't read that. I need to use my phone to get it. This. All right, got the pin. Alright guys, so I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and end this now. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate the super chat, Nicole. I'll be on again unboxing and setting up the Stream Deck pedal after I'll probably do that later on this afternoon. I'm gonna put in a good clip of doing, or not clip, but put some good time in getting my taxes done this afternoon. So thank you all very much for being here. I really appreciate it. Happy to answer any questions that you might have on HP printer, the setup, and this whole process, why it's not doing this. Maybe I need to close the door. Alright, good. Checking printer. Please wait. Alright, cool. So maybe because the printer door was open, it wasn't allowing it to register proper. You know, it could always be a thing, right? It's always a thing. There's always something. Alright, so installing the audio device. Yeah, it's still installing right now. That's okay. We'll let it install. We'll say goodbye for now, and then we'll get on with that with the unboxing of that other item that I got here. Because, like I said, this thing is still installing. It's a little ridiculous. That I'm experiencing this. And this thing's not even responding either. It's like it's jammed up and locked up or something. So thank you all very much for being here. Apologies for the technical difficulties, but it is what it is, right? We figure things out, we solve things, and that's the great thing about, you know, being a problem solver. We are all problem solvers. We just got to figure it out. You know, I mean, if you can't, you know, solve the problem, sometimes you have to go through it, or around it, or over it, or under it, or through it. What that means in this particular case, I do not know. But it's connected via USB cable at this time. I'll probably look at getting a longer one so I can make sure I don't trip over that, you know, because right now it's like via extension. Alex, I will see you later on. I'm going to head shut this down. I will talk to you guys later on. And so thank you very much for you all being here. All right, see ya.